hata mbingu juu kuliko dunia. Bwana uniongoze juu, nataka kupanda juu, nisishindwe na adui. Kwa imani nasikia sauti ya washindaji. Bwana uniinue juu, kwa imani hata mbingu juu kuliko dunia. Bwana uniongoze juu, kupanda juu nataka niuone utukufu, hata mwisho nitaomba Bwana uniongoze juu. Bwana uniinue juu, kwa imani hata mbingu juu kuliko dunia. Bwana uniongoze juu. Tukingojea choristers, haikuwagi asubuhi peke yake choristers, inakuwaga mpaka jioni afutaranji. Bwana tuimbe tunapowaongojea ili wakuje wajue wanakuwaga asubuhi na jioni. Kupanda juu nataka niuone
utukufu, hata mwisho nitaomba Bwana uniongoze juu. Bwana uniinue juu, kwa imani hata mbingu juu kuliko dunia. Bwana uniongoze juu. Aya, wale wako nje tunaomba tuingie ndani. Kipindi cha uimbaji kilianza kitambo. Tuimbe namba
99.
Namba 99, nyimbo za Kristo. Twende kwa Yesu. Namba 99, do is B flat. Twende kwa Yesu, go. Twende kwa Yesu, mimi nawe, njia atuonya tuijue, imo chuoni na mwenyewe, hapa asema njoo, na furaha tutaiona, mioyo ikitakasa sana, kwako Mwokozi kuonana, na milele kukaa. Wana waje atwambia, furahini kwa kusikia, ndiye Mwokozi wetu hasa, na tumtii njoni. Takata sana kwako Mwokozi, kuonana na milele kukaa. Wangojeani leo yupo, sikiza sana asemapo, ndi huruma zake zituitapo, ewe kijana njoo. Na furaha tutaiona, mioyo ikitakata sana kwako Mwokozi, kuonana na milele kukaa.
173.
Hatuju Isa go. Hatuju Isa ayakuja kwa Bwana, lakini dalili lizasema karibu. Atakaporudi, lakini kwa kweli hatujui saa atakuja, kwa vile tukeshe atakuja Mwokozi, haleluya, atakuja kwa fahari ya Baba yake, hatujui saa. Pana nuru kwa wapendao haki, pana kweli katika chuo cha Mungu. Unabii ufundisha kuja kwake, hatujui saa atakuja, kwa vile tukeshe atakuja Mwokozi, haleluya, atakuja fahari ya Baba yake, hatujui saa. Tutakeshana, tutaomba daima, tutafanya kazi mpaka akija. Tutaimba na tutasoma ishara, hatujui saa atakuja, kwa vile tukeshe atakuja Mwokozi, haleluya, atakuja kwa fahari ya Baba yake, hatujui saa
136. Unifundisha Baba. 136. Unifundisha Baba ile njia ya sala. Unifundisha Baba ile njia ya sala. Twende.
Unifundishe Baba ile njia ya sala, uniendeshe sana niwe kama Yesu, Yesu niwe kama Yesu, niwe kama Yesu, uniongoze Baba, niwe kama Yesu, unipe pendo Baba, watu kuwaokoa nyumbani na mjini, niwe kama Yesu, niwe kama Yesu, niwe kama Yesu, uniongoze Baba, niwe kama Yesu, na unifahamishe wakati ndio mfupi, unibidishe Bwana, niwe kama Yesu, niwe kama Yesu, niwe kama Yesu, uniongoze Baba, niwe kama Yesu. Aya, acha congregation iimbe hiyo chorus. Niwe kama Yesu, go. Najua ni wakati wa uimbaji, si wakati wa kusoma lesson ama Bible. Niwe kama Yesu, tuimbe. Uniongoze Baba, niwe kama Yesu.
Amina.
Number 80. Tupe moto wa uhai. Twende. Tupe moto
wa uhai uliowaka zamani, uliowaongoza juu wazee watakatifu. Wapi roho iliyokaa moyoni mwa Ibrahimu, kadhalika ndugu Paulo aliwezeshwa na moto. Neema yako nguvu siku hizi sawa kama wakati wa Musa, Ayubu na wa Elia.
kesha ukaombe. Twende.
Kesha ukaombe panapo nafasi, wakati si mwingi, kwa vile ukeshe. Mwili ni dhaifu, adui adabu, karibu atakuja Bwana wa arusi. Kesha omba, omba, kesha omba, kesha omba, kesha kaombe gizani mchana, daima kesha. Fukuza usingizi, fukuza mashaka, ahadini yako raha ya milele. Bwana alikesha kwa ajili yako, jasho lake likawa matone ya damu. Kesha omba, kesha omba, kesha kaombe gizani mchana, daima kesha. Yesu umkubali awe nguvu zako, silaha uzivaa, adui karibu. Sasa nafasi iko, isipite bure, bila kukawia, amasi ya kesha. Kesha omba, kesha omba, kesha kaombe gizani mchana, daima kesha.
Number 69. Cha kutumaini sina ila damu. Aya, twende.
Cha kutumaini sina ila damu yake Bwana, sina wema wa kutosha dhambi zangu kuziosha. Kwake Yesu na simama, ndiye mwamba ni salama, ndiye mwamba ni salama. Njia yangu iwe ndefu, yeye hunipa wokovu. Mawimbi yakinipita, nguvu zake ndizo nanga. Kwake Yesu na simama, ndiye mwamba ni salama, ndiye mwamba ni salama. Damu yake na sadaka na tegemea daima, yote chini ya kisha Mwokozi atanitosa. Kwake Yesu nasimama, ndiye mwamba ni salama, ndiye mwamba ni salama. Nikiitwa hukumuni, rohoni na amani, zikiitwa haki yake, sina hofu mbele zake. Kwake Yesu nasimama, ndiye mwamba ni salama, ndiye mwamba ni salama.
Number 65. Twendeni askari watu wa
Stanza 1 na chorus. Naona Elda amefika.
Twendeni askari go.
Twendeni askari watu wa Mungu, Yesu yuko mbele, tumwandame juu. Ametangulia Bwana vitani, twende mbele kwani ndiye amini. Twendeni askari watu wa Mungu, Yesu yuko mbele, tumwandame juu.
Asante kwa uimbaji wema. Najua ya kwamba wakati tunaimba hivi hata malaika wanashangilia sababu ya uimbaji wema. Nataka kusi wale ambao wako nje tuweze kuingia ndani, tuweze kuwa na vipindi tukiwa pamoja. So kama uko nje, na kusi kwa njia ya kibingu uweze kuingia ndani ili tuweze kuwa pamoja wakati tunaendelea na hii program. Wala ambao tuko ndani, choristers walienda wapi? Is it number 59? Usikatae kazi yake Bwana. Hiyo ni, is it 159 or 59? Usikatae kazi yake Bwana. 57. Tuweze kusimama sisi sote tuweze kuimba wimbo nambari 57.
Usikatae usikatae kazi yake Bwana ukae. Haya twende.
Usikatae kazi yake Bwana, ukae tayari
kuifanya kazi, uende popote
Mungu akuitapo, nawe utaona furaha kazini. Njoo we usikatae, njoo we uifanye kazi, usikatae kazi yake Bwana, ili hatimaye usikatazwe juu. Usikatae kazi yake Bwana, kwa nini kawia? Fanya kazi leo, mavuno meupe ujute wavuni. Onyesha furaha kwa kazi ya Bwana. Njoo we usikatae, njoo we uifanye uifanye kazi, usiikatae kazi yake Bwana, ili hatimaye usikatazwe juu. Usiikatae kazi yake Bwana, kukataa pendo kwako ni hatari. Saa ya rehema Yesu akiomba, ziungame dhambi, zivutwe mbinguni. Njowe usiikatae, njowe uifanye kazi, usiikatae kazi yake Bwana, ili hatimaye usikatazwe juu.
Asante, tuombe. Baba yetu na mfalme wetu ushikio mbinguni, twaja kwako tulimidi jina lako. Asante kwa yote ambayo umetutendea, na asante sababu ya kutuhifadhi vyema wakati huu. Twajileta kwako kwa njia ya kipekee, sisi wana wako, tukikuuliza Baba uweze kutupatia njia, uwepo wako na uwezo wako uweze kuendelea kukaa nasi wakati huu. Wakati tunaangalia mpangilio ya kanisa jinsi imefanya kazi, Baba tuwezeshe tuweze kusonga mbele na tuweze kutoa maoni ambayo ni ya kusaidia kanisa letu. Baba, kuna wengine ambao hawajafika, nao tunakuuliza Baba uweze kuwafanya waweze kuja haraka, kuharakisha wakuja haraka, ili tuweze kuwa pamoja. Kaa nasi mpaka wakati atakapomaliza, sababu hilo ndio ombi letu kwa jina la Yesu mkombozi wetu. Asante na pole kwa kuchelewa kuanza. Unajua hii mitambo zingine inaleta shida, lakini Mungu ametuwezesha tuweze kuwa hapa siku ya leo. Wakati unasimama kwenu, nikitaka kuleta mipangilio the way the church worked first in first quarter. Second quarter was supposed to come, but this seems to be a very long report. Sababu ya hiyo itakuweza kuwa difficult for me to bring the two reports at the same time. Tutahitaji muweze kuchangia ili tuweze kujua ni yapi ambao Mungu anatarajia sisi tuweze kufanya, ili tuweze kufanya kazi yake, kutueneza kazi yake, tutangaze kazi yake, ili wakati atakapokuja tupate ya kwamba tuko tayari. Remember, God says that when he will come, he will give everybody, he will crown everybody according to the work which he has done. So siku ya leo nataka tuweze kuleta kwa in a short summary of the personal ministries department report, which deals with all departments of the church on how they performed. So what we are going to look at is a summary, an overview. The detailed reports are there. So nime summarize because of the church business, so that we can be able to know ni yapi yale ambayo yanatakikana sisi tuweze kufanya sisi kama Wakristo. Kwa hivyo jinsi nitakavyofanya hii, my report is put in a short summary. What we are going to look at, tutaweza kuangalia every department, what are the objectives of the first quarter, what are the activities which they achieved, that's the achievement. We look at the challenges, and then lastly we look at the recommendations. Tungeliweka hata the financial issues, but sababu ya report ilikuwa kubwa na some of the departments had not put their financial properly, tuliagana ya kwamba tuweze kuonyesha hizo those four objectives. That is the first one is to know what are the objectives of the department. 2, what are the achievements. 3, what are the challenges, and 4, what are the recommendations. Kwa hivyo tukienda, I'll go to a number of departments. Nikimaliza hiyo nitawahitaji nyinyi muweze kuchangia. The other thing, I have arranged the report according to the way it came. So sicha arrange vizuri jinsi inavyotakikana ya kwamba all those related departments siwe pamoja. Lakini hiyo si kitu kikubwa. Kitu kikubwa ni ya kwamba every department matters in this church. It does not matter which one starts and which one ends. Tunaelewana huko? So that as we go tuweze kuwa pamoja. My first 3 slides, my first 4 slides, they just tell us on how it is. Slide number 1, sijui kama mtaona. Are you able to see? Ontita, weka macho ine utaona. Weka macho ine utaona. Okay. So, slide 1, it shows how departments performed in giving the reports. Move to another slide. That slide 2, nayo inaonyesha that all the departments gave the reports. Slide, okay, there is only one department which did not give the report, sababu najua ya kwamba kiongozi alikuwa na changamoto wakati huo. And that is the welfare department did not give the first quarter report. Alikuwa na changamoto na we agreed. Sababu ya hiyo sikumsumbua sana, nikaona ya kwamba things are already done. Is the only one. Kuna mahali nimeweka yes, lakini ndio the only department ambayo haijakuja. Go to slide 5. Now, that's the first area. Wakati umepewa a department, there are very few things which we need to know. Lazima uweze kuweka you must have the objectives. The objectives which you have to set in church here, they must be measurable. That is, they must be specific. Utaweza kusema kitu ambayo utaweza kuona jinsi ilivyo. 2, they must be measurable. 3, they must be attainable. Usiweza kuweka kitu ambayo which you cannot achieve. 4, they must be realistic. And the last one, they must be time bound. All objectives of every department in this church, all objectives should be smart. That's why you can see they have said, what gets measured gets done. Ndio sababu the Proverbs chapter 29 verses 18, it says, where there is no vision, people perish. So kitu ambayo nataka kuleta hapa ni hiki, ya kwamba wakati umepewa jukumu ya department na wale wengine, the members of that department, you have to ensure that vile vitu unafanya lazima siwe smart. Next slide, we want to see the observations which we did in the first quarter. Next slide. Okay. The first, that slide, it talks about the observations on the calendar of events. Ni yapi yale ambao tuliona tulikuwa nayo? 1, tunaambiwa ya kwamba morning Sabbath sessions were always within time as scheduled by the elders council. Ndio sababu naona hapa elder immediately anakuja saa 2 anaanza hapo, na yule elder on duty analinda, anaona jinsi zinakuwa. The second one, some of the Sabbath afternoon programs were not there too as per calendar of events. Wale ambao ni viongozi mnajua ni nini nasema. Every Sabbath in the afternoon, with an exception of today, every Sabbath tunakuanga na vipindi viwili. Kuna kipindi ya kwanza, the first 45 minutes, then kuna kingine ambao ni ile ya mwisho kabla ya kwenda departmentals ama kwenda visitation. Now, what do I mean here? Sometimes sisi washiriki tulifanya kipindi ya kwanza isifanyike. Sababu gani? Tunaenda lunch aturudi, na hiyo kipindi inastahili kwanza saa 8:30. All kiongozi anapata ya kwamba is not prepared. So this one we have already discussed and we have agreed that we need to do something. Then the second one, live streaming of lesson discussion were missed in some Sabbath. Najua kuna wengine wenzetu ambao wako outside here. That live streaming of lesson discussion very important. So this is the second one which we got. 3, this is kwa viongozi. Most of the reports are not in tandem with the action plans. Every department came up with the action plans. So what we expected, wakati unatoa the activities which you want to achieve that given quarter, they must go in tandem on what you had already written ya kwamba ungeli achieve. Viongozi, there is nothing which comes from the blues. Everything must be planned for. So that is an area which we need. You know, the action plan imefanya activities of a department for the entire year. Then quarter reports are not there too in the second quarter. This is not for you. It's hii tumeongea kwa judge board and tunajua ya kwamba wengi hatuja achieve hiyo. I must move very fast because I need to take less than 1.5 minutes per slide. Now, the other observations, adult and children Sabbath school attendance has been poor. Hii nataka tuweze kuagree, tuweze kuona ni sababu gani tunakuja late. Wakati unaenda kazi kama mimi saa 12 na nipata town, hiyo ni saa ngapi nimeamuka? Lakini kwa kanisa nakuja saa 4. So I think you have already gotten what I mean here. And then departmental expenditure, hiyo sitaki kuongea sana sana juu ya hiyo ni yetu kwa viongozi. Then the last area is that we have a weekly evangelistic form which was not used. This is not so much. Nataka tuweze kwenda next slide ya elders report. Shida yangu sijui kama mtaona. Can you see? I was trying to get this. Elders report encompasses all the reports of the departments. Lakini wao, they are the coordinators. Wacha niseme hivyo. Lakini wao, because of the overseers, they have their own objectives on how they look at the church, and then they have to say the achievements. Because I know sometimes it can be very small. The reason why they are small is because of the number of things which are there. What are the objectives of the Elders Council report? To enhance church worship, to facilitate departmental seminars, to prepare candidates for baptism, to carry out home visitations, to facilitate church or school development, to prepare for church board, and to have a vibrant Sabbath program and fellowship. Those are the program, the objectives of the Elders Council. Now, wakati tunaona hivyo, what are their achievements? Najua ile kompyuta ya juu itaweza kuwasumbua. It was giving us a problem. That's why I got late. What are their achievements? I want now to read them because those are very important. One, they facilitated and enhanced church worship. Kama kuna kitu uliona ya kwamba ilienda mbaya, put it down so that you can put us. Then the second one is midweek prayers and programs were carried on throughout the quarter. This is true. The third one, they facilitated departmental seminars and trainings. A church worker seminar, family life, master guide, and AWEM, youth ministries, all those and the week of prayers, adventurous camp out, Pathfinders, Cambri, youth mission at Kandiwa, and many more. So, hizo sote you can see they have a lot. Ya kwamba Elders Council had to discuss, had to get visitors, had to ensure that we have already gone through that. The other thing is that they prepared candidates for baptism. In visitation, they visited 36 homes. And this one also, this is excluding what happened when we had 10 days of prayer. And lastly, they coordinated the visiting of the bereaved families when we were going to console them. Then the other achievements are they successfully coordinated the church school development. They arranged and coordinated church board meetings according to schedule. And lastly, they also successfully coordinated adult and children's Sabbath school programs, as we have already said. Hata ingawa kiongozi ako, lazima awe na elder in church wakati wanafanya yale ambayo yanatikana. Next slide. Okay. What were the challenges? This is where I want you and me to come in. The first challenge, which naona wazee wanatangaza every day, very poor attendance of midweek prayers. Hiyo ni ukweli. Tukijiuliza tunaenanga wapi, I don't know. Because they say that it's average 7 people. The second one also, attendance of midweek, the seminars, wakati wa midweek, it's poor. Unapata ya kwamba seminar tumeipangia, we have paid a lot of money, lakini wale wanakuja hawajai hata hizi vitu za mbele hapa, lakini wakati wa Sabato tunajaa mpaka wengine wanakuwa nje. The third one is that the baptismal candidate, consistency of baptismal candidate has not been smooth. There is lateness, there is punctuality of this becoming a concern. 4, personal ministries did not meet as scheduled. The poor attendance, hence getting a piecemeal calendar of events. Hii part and parcel of the problem. Lakini najua ya kwamba at that time we used to have a lot of problems. Unaita mkutano, lakini wale ambao wanastahili kuja hawakuji. And the last one is that sometimes elders want to do home visitations, lakini hatujitoi. What I mean here is that they want to do home visitations, but we don't accept, or we get it that there is nobody who registers when elders ask for those ones who are supposed to be visited. That was one of the challenge. I remember walitangaza hapa. That is the elders report. That is the elders report when we look at what is there. I'll go now. No recommendations. Recommendations, sorry for that. Recommendations. 1, elders recommend that we encourage members to attend midweek prayers. I don't know. Si nyinyi mkiwa hapa, which more encouragement do you require? They are encouraging us to attend midweek prayer, but where jiulize, which more encouragement do you want the elders to do because they wanatangaza hapa? Second, we do more inreach and outreach to encourage more people join baptismal class. Asante kwa elder leo, ulitoa mwito. So even us as members, we need to encourage those ones who are out there to come, wale ambao wako kanisani na wale wako nje, so that we can get more membership and we get watu waweze kumjua Yesu. 3, elders to come up with home visitation program and give it a top priority to visit those who were not reached in round 1. Those are recommendations. But remember, there is a challenge. They wanted to visit us, but hatujitoi. Sijui kama tumeelewana huko. They are ready to visit us, but we are not ready to be visited. Na wasi, wakati tunapata elder coming to church, no, coming to your home is a blessing. Please, tuweze kujitoa. That is the end of the elders report. I want to go to the second one, and then from there I can pause. The second one next is for deaconry. Deaconry. When we look at deaconry, what are their main objectives to be, which makes them to be a department here in church? 1, they share the first one, visitation to the church members. I've written to the church, but it's to the church members. Second is the management of the church property. 3, they review the performance of their caretaker. 4 is the management, preparation, and management of the Holy Communion. 5 is to coordinate monthly bills. 6 is to check for the cleanliness of the church and the smooth running of the church on Sabbath. That's what the deaconry does. But the matter here, which you need to know, they are the ones who are the custodian of anything which the church has bought. At a department ikinunua, it has to be given to the deaconry. What did the deaconry achieve? First, they did 45 visitations. This one they have said 45 during the 10 days of prayer, and there is pastor's visitation. 2, all what was required in the church, here they have said stock taking was done effectively. What I mean, deaconry will register all the properties of this church, although most of them belongs to different departments. 3rd, while they make their own plans, or they made a duty roster to know who works when and where. 5, they did caretaker's appraisal. 6, not only that they prepared the Holy Communion, but also they procured Holy Communion items which were not enough. 7, all the bills, the bills of the church, water bills, electricity bills, and the garbage was paid in time. Nataka muangalie yale ambayo wameandika hivi, tuweze kuona ya kwamba kazi ya deaconry si ya kukimbisha watoto hapa nje. I think tunaelewana ya kwamba kazi ambayo wanastahili kufanya si ati wewe unakuja kanisani huko na mtoto ukae hapa wakimbishane na mtoto. Nao wamekuja hapa ili waweze kupata neno la Bwana. Ukiangalia hapa hawajaandika ya kwamba to be trying to retain children in church. Please be aware about that. Next slide. Challenges and recommendations. 1. The first one is challenges. Sorry, I've done a problem there, but I want us to look at that properly. The first column is not recommendations, it's recommendations. Is it twice recommendations? Yes. The first one is challenges. Sorry for that. The challenge which deaconry have, first, is to identify members' needs for visitation programs. This is like the one of the elders. Ya kwamba, it becomes very difficult for them to identify the members' needs. Sisi wenyewe atusileti. 2, atusileti sababu nitaweza kuona mwenzetu niweze kuleta. Or nilete yangu, atuleti. Kuna churches zingine whereby when they hear that elders and the deaconry are passing, they feel so good. I don't know sisi hapa Nairobi. Nyumbani ukisikia ya kwamba pastor anakuja, you prepare, you are ready. But here is a problem. Second, members, the challenge is members who are registering for prayer and visitation is a problem. The third one, which was there was no enough basins and towels for the Holy Communion. Although this one, I know it has been achieved. But during that time, it was a challenge. 4, some of the deaconry members, department members, they don't show up for the work. Sana sana, ukikuja hapa Fridays, unakuja unapata ni moja ama wawili ndio wanafanya kazi, lakini deaconry wako na watu karibu 20 something or 30. 4, the collection of tithe and offering sometimes becomes a problem because of the delays which are supposed to be there, but the major delay is we as members, we don't go to pick our envelopes. Unangoja uletewe. So that's another one. Then the other one which I know we have not achieved but is a challenge is that all washroom water taps are not functional. It has been looked at. Those are the challenges, not recommendations wise. Then what are the recommendations? First, families with need should be identified especially during visitations. Ni gani hii inaleta? Ni ya kwamba we need to have those families which have need waweze kusaidiwa. Tunapata ya kwamba most of the time it becomes a problem. The second one, visitation needs to be planned way before it commences and the registration is done. The same which was, these are two departments separately, but they are brought the same. Ya kwamba we need to register, we need to have a schedule when we go to that area. 3 is to train and advise members on how to use the Holy Communion items. Let me pause on that. Holy Communion items are not supposed to kuchezewa. Holy Communion items, hata kwa kibuyu, ile ambayo imetakaswa for Holy Communion, is never used for other purposes. Sijui kama mnajua hapo. Members, do you know that? Kuna wala ambao hawaja kuwa deacon, hawaja kuwa elder. Saa ngine hamjui. So when we talk about, we train and advise members on how to use the Holy Communion items. Those are sacred items which we need to know. Then the other one, we recommend the procurement of towels and basins for the Holy Communion. This is the first quarter report, but it has been achieved. 4, which we have not been achieved, but this one will be given to church development. We construct modern and improved sinks with quality water taps so that we don't have the taps ambazo zimeharibika. That is a summary of deaconry report. Tuelewane, it is a summary, an overview. It is not complete. Kama ni complete, ingelikuwa around 5 pages. But now, we need to go that way. Because of what I feel, deaconry and elders, I want to give you 2 minutes if there is somebody who wants a comment. 2 minutes. Anybody who has a comment? Yes, elder?
Asante elder. Kwa sababu ya 2 minutes, I want to be very, very, very fast. Ndio nipatia mwingine. The presentation is very okay. Now, these are my comments. I have been taking notes here, and I start from the slides where you had given an observation. The reason why we are doing all this is for us to go in a worship and fellowship. That's why it was so important for us. So when these reports comes to us, ni ya kutuelezea as a church where we are. My quick reactions is on the current of events. In the afternoon, hatukuachieve sana, according to the report here, ya elder. Why? They had sat down, wakatengeza program, but hatufuati program. One, maybe a leader who was given on that Sabbath, he was not aware, so they never prepared in a fail. Or number 2, the leader is there, lakini as church members, kulingana na ile program yenye imekuwa drawn on Sabbath, hatufiki, so your program maybe first program inaenda. So I want to request all of us, both leaders and sisi wote, it is very important to understand how painful it is to come up with a program. When you see these leaders wamekuja hapa with a program, somebody somewhere amekaa na ameitengeneza. Please, I urge you, hizo programs sifuatilie. My number 2 is on live streaming. Yes, live streaming tulikuwa na challenge. Na asa sasa haijakuwa vizuri. I request you that for us to make this live streaming to be successful, inataka all of us tuweze kuhusika. Kwa hivyo as a church member, ukiona umekuwa approach ya kwamba ukuje tusaidie kwa live streaming, feel free, be available, au tumike. Ukifanya hivyo, this live streaming itakuwa ni vizuri. Na niongezea on the same, comes now to Sabbath school attendance. If you have noticed, for the last 2 Sabbath, we have been starting mapema kidogo because of camp meetings. So please, ukiona tumetumia kwa WhatsApp program ya Sabbath, take time, angalia Sabbath school inaanza saa ngapi na uattend. So there are so many things. Now, last one, midweek prayer. This one, as a church, still there's a problem. Midweek prayers. We have more than 500 church members, but every week when you want to attend midweek prayers, in fact they are hardly 10. What's happening? I'm challenging you, ya kwamba these programs are for us. Kindly encourage muweze kufika kwa midweek prayers. Last but not least, visitation. If unaona kuna anybody who needs visitation, or you need visitation, kindly feel free. Reach the deacons or reach the elders. We plan for visitation. We are open, ready to visit. And you'll be seeing us coming. Know that we are ready. So visitation, write your names. Thank you, elder.
Thank you. Asante kwa hiyo. Mwingine?
Thank you so much. I just want to ask a question. I'm seeking your opinion. Is it the elders' duties to check the expenditures of other departments?
Thank you. It can be answered either by me or by an elder. Is it the duties of other elders? You know, I do not get you there. Is it the duties of other elders? Thank you. A very good question. I will answer it the way I know, but the elder will answer it. It is the duty of the elder in charge to ensure your expenditures. 2, it is the duty of the leader to know how the expenditures are done. The elders are overseers, but the person who is supposed to know how the expenditure is done is the head of that department. However, the head of the department cannot remove money from the treasury without the elder knowing. But remember, if the expenditure is over 5,000 shillings, the elder must know.
I think you umeelezea vizuri. Also, because you are talking about expenditure, you know you cannot talk of expenditure without treasury. So as a leader, and not only as a leader, council members must make a decision in the departments. Involve all your council members where the elders sits. So the expenditure of any given department, council members must sit, agree, these are the plans, and once you have taken the money, now you must do what? Reconcile. You reconcile, your elder signs, and you reconcile with treasury. I think that's the procedure.
Asante.
In addition, council members, ukiona a reader ndiye anataka kuhandle expenses ama expenditure ya department, ujue kuna kasoro. Ukiona reader anataka kuhandle hiyo kitu peke yake, hataki mwingine ajue, kuna nini? Kuna kasoro. Council members ndio overseers vizuri vile hiyo pesa inafanya nini, itatumika. Reader anaongoza, anatoa mwelekeo, elder ana oversee. So hiyo vitu ziende namna hiyo. Ukiona hiyo department yako imeenda hiyo vizuri hivyo, hakuna shida, mambo itanyoroka.
Asante. At the end, hata ingawa tunataka kwenda nje kidogo, but it's good because it has been brought here. Remember, leaders sangine, you circumvent the process. And I have to say it here. Leader, unachukua pesa sa your department, but you don't deposit the money to the treasury. And then the leader uses the money without the council. That area of circumventing is not allowed. For those leaders who are here, they understand what I'm talking about, because ni kitu ambayo tumeongea. There is no money which is supposed to be collected from members without it being reflected at the treasury. There is some money which you contribute mukiwa uko nje na munatumia, such as munaenda nje, there is transport. Munaenda nje, munapata there is a need, muna collect what the money. All leaders, what you are supposed to do, hizi pesa mmecollect mmetumia kama transport na kurudi, you need to tell the treasurer asiingize na asitoe, so that it shows your activity. Thank you. Sitaki kwenda more than that. Wala ambao ni church board members, you know what we have already discussed. But that is how it is. All members should know that kutumia pesa sa kanisa siko na mpangilio. In fact, in Kenhut Church, iko na mpangilio zaidi hata kuliko zingine, because you cannot remove money from the treasury without filling a forger or a form. We can be audited and we can give how we have already used members' money. Thank you. Nataka kwenda, I'll go to ministries. I want to go through Adventist men, Adventist women ministries, youth ambassadors, Pathfinders. I will go all of them and then we talk. Sawa? Because that one I'm taking them. What is the main objective of Adventist men ministries? That's where I'm ending to. Adventist men ministries. Another thing which I need to advise members, those leaders, the objectives must be drawn from the church manual. You can add yours, but the church manual ones must be here. You understand? I think you understand what I mean. There are objectives in every church manual, so you don't draw your objectives and you forget about that. I've not said that Adventist men ministries wamefanya hivyo. It's only that I wanted to bring it. Objectives of the Adventist men ministry are these: mobilize and register Adventist men ministries members. 2, engage in soul winning in the Adventist men ministries. And this one, through the activities, soul saving activities and evangelism. 3rd, be involved in every worship service. 4, to promote a reading culture on spiritual books among the members. 5, promoting healthful living among members. 6, promotes God-centered and quality music in witnessing and evangelism. 7, participate in church development matters. 8, promote care and concern among members. How have they achieved these objectives which they have already given? One, they did registration of AMM members. Two, they have been involved in Bible studies, prayer sessions, and singing sessions. Three, the third achievement, they are conducting morning prayer every Sunday morning from 6. 7, they conducted a healthy talk on common diseases affecting men and mental health during a prayer breakfast, which was very successful. 7, had a social Sunday for purposes of hiking and ensure men are keeping fit. Sijui kama hii ni ile mlienda Ngong. Ukambani hiyo ni Q2. I think ni Ngong. Yeah, wakati wengine walikuja hapa wakilia miguu imeisha. 7, they have successfully attended choir practice. 8, they raised funds for reinforcement of the church doors. 8, did visitation to members and sent representative to funerals for family members. Funerals for family members. When I look at this, although I'm an AMM member, I can give a very, very high rating on how AMM are treating their members during funeral. I don't know whether you know that. Some members of the church, they don't know. Leo, let me tell you, if we get our AMM member has lost a close relative, the session is we must send 10 members to go and console with that during the burial. I don't know whether you know, but that's what has been happening. We must send 10 members if one of the AMM has gotten a problem. Tunachanga, wanaenda, gari mbili sinatoka hapa. And that one has been very well. The other one, you can see, they made us assist. Nowadays, tunafunga kanisa and we don't have any problem. Then, what are the challenges of AMM? One, the challenge of mobilizing all the MMM members who worship in the church has become a challenge. Because most of the members, they come in the morning, in the afternoon they are not there. Second, the turnout of Sunday prayers is not good. It's also mbaya sana. 3, most members have not embraced in the culture of reading spiritual books and materials on their own. Recommendations. 1, this recommendation, I've put it the way it is, but I know elders will not accept. I'm sorry to say. To consider allowing AMM members to meet briefly after divine service on need basis to pass the intended message. This one, I don't know. Muki agree, mimi sina shida. I'm not a sitting elder, I'm a standing elder. Okay, why I say that, we had said that most of the meetings during after session were reduced. It's not a bad thing. 2, to keep reminding members within the week on the Sunday morning prayers and to consider including the same as running announcements. This one, elders have already done it and it's there. 3, to keep sensitizing members on the need to read spiritual books as Adventists for the purpose of individual spiritual growth. Hii ya mwisho, sijui kama tutawekeana kama master guide whereby you read a book and you come and do citation. Sijui kama hiyo itaweza. Karo, tukifanya hivyo sisi tutaenda mbali. Tunasoma kitabu siku moja tunakuambia cite, give us a summary of that book. I think that one will make members to read. Asante. So, let's go to the next department. Adventist women ministries. Adventist women ministries. Now, in this one, I'll go very fast because I want to read those ones. What are the main objectives of Adventist women ministries? 1, participate in spreading the word of God. I don't know whether I'm the one who shortened it so much. Yeah, because here you need to give the scope. 2, take part in the church activities and engage themselves in music. 3, set the word of God during their own allocated days. 4, strive to be good stewards of time as well as giving tithes and offering. 5, visitations and assisting to the bereaved and needy. 6, participate in music activities and record their songs. What did they achieve? The first one attended the station Larry, one of the achievements, which was held on 19th March 2022, which was at ENF, I think, if I'm not wrong. 2, meetings of Sundays and Tuesdays to worship through singing and sharing the word of God was achieved. 3, attended visitations, various needy cases of the bereaved families. The other one there, I don't know, needy in Sombe Kitui. I took it the way it was, but I cannot give. Kama kiongozi angelikuwa hapa angelituambia vizuri. 4, they procured 50 chairs to be used in the field, ENF. Kiongozi yako hapa? Lucy, can you tell us, hapa nakuuliza, is pesa za 50 chairs, is it reflected in your budget, in your finance? Hiyo ndio peke yake nataka ujibu. Asante. By the way, why are we doing that? Sangine nyinyi mtaweza kuuliza ni kwa nini? You know, we can